Okay, good morning. Welcome to Alan's Wood Things Shed. This morning I am going to make a round tray using this piece of Tasmanian oak. I've had this piece inside drying for a while now. Should be nice and dry and stable. I've picked quarter sawn piece. I'm just going to cut it up, dress it down, and we're going to glue them up. And then we'll fix the rest later, I think. So, first things first, let's turn this little camera on. This piece here is 860, so we've got 30 mil to play with, so doesn't need to be perfect. I'll grab a tape measure, and while I'm doing this, I will just say I bought these new Peltor earmuffs with the microphone, because I thought, if you see here, I've got some fancy equipment. I've got all of this equipment through making chopping boards and selling them online. It's been a bit of a hobby of mine. I have loved doing it, and I'm really excited with all my toys that I've managed to get. So, we'll turn on the Festool dust extractor using the Peltor earmuff. We should be able to still hear. Turning on the Capex 120. And I think you can even still hear me, which is amazing. We've got our dust, we've got everything. I'm going to cut the back of it right down, and that will just mean that if it sits down, if there's any gap, then it won't pinch the blade because I'll be out here a bit more. So if we want, that was a nice flat piece of timber. But you can see it did sit down there a little bit and it moved you can see here. So if I had have cut this piece first, when I got here it may have sat down and bound up. Anyway, oh my gosh, I think I've instantly done it wrong. That is unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. How am I going to fix it? I think I've cut it too short. Oh my gosh. No, I haven't. It was just so big that I didn't need that extra. I should have cut it more centered, but you get that on the big jobs. Okay. First, we're going to see how they're going to join up. And I feel as though I want to join them. I think I want to join them like that because of the way the grain is. This is the outside of the tree, and so with no sapwood, the sapwood's all been removed, and so it is the strongest, most stable part of the tree is out here. It's growing a bit slower as it gets bigger, whereas in here they're growing a little bit faster, which means that this wood is more unstable and it can shrink and expand more than this piece here. So as you can see, it's actually skinnier here than it is here. If we turn that piece around, we can clearly demonstrate that. So see how one piece has shrunk? Nearly 5 mil, quarter of an inch for you American folk. And so this is clearly going to swell up more when it gets a little bit of water or moisture in the air. And so it's probably better if we join the two together, and that way they'll move closer to being the same. And this piece won't affect the movement this way. And so it should stay pretty flat. Hope that makes sense. Let's turn on this. Check that we're still running there. And run it through. I think I need to close off all my other dust chutes because they're all open. That one, that one, that one. Okay, now we're good to go. That one's open, yep. Okay, that's one pass. It just sort of flattens it a little bit, and we'll run a few more times to get the whole bottom flat. It doesn't matter so much about the top because we're going to have to flatten it once we've joined it together. We are still going to have to flatten it because it won't be perfect. So we've got a tiny bit of stuff here that we could still flatten, but we'll do that once we've joined it. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that it is quite a light timber because the customer has asked for specifically the timber colour. So things can get a little bit tricky when you're trying to do things for different people. But we all love that bit of a challenge, don't we? Just to see if we can do it. So I think that's perfect. That should be a perfect 90 degree. I better check that. Oh, that is good. I am happy. It's pretty rare, but sometimes you can move your fence or something happens, so it's definitely worth checking that before going on. That is a beautiful piece of timber. Let's just dress up the other side now. Oh, not that side. We need to dress this side just to keep it consistent. We're working with timber. One of the most important things I've found is the direction of the grain and how the pieces are going to sit together. So if you have one that's quite dark and one that's quite light, it looks wrong. And if you have one with grain going this way and one with grain straight, wrong. And so it's really nice when this is not book matching, but because it was like that and then we turn it around, it's nearly the same as book matching because of how straight and clean these pieces are. I'm going to give this one another go on that. So, as we can see here, if we just zoom in there, you can see that they're not level on top, but one is that the bottom is flat and horizontal, and the other is that that line in the centre has no gaps, absolutely no gaps. So you can quite skim that down, but I'm going to leave it there because I've only just got the width that I need. The customer wants it to be 400 mil by 400, and that's already 395. So I'm not going to take it down anymore. I'm going to just leave it at that. I really need a slightly bigger couple of pieces. I could put a piece in the middle, but okay, we're back, and I've got my trusty old sauce bottle. Pick off the old glue from where I didn't clean it before. Amazing glue applicator. And we'll just put a bit of glue on. I'm going to put a little bit on both surfaces just because there's only two surfaces and it's pretty easy to do. I'd normally only do one surface, but I want this join to be stronger than the timber, which they all are. Nice and perfectly snug across there. So that's That's all we can do for now. Okay. And then we need to find the centre. So, how are we going to know where that is? I need to take this plastic off. I need to be able to see through. Okay, we can clear that. Oh, that's nice. Nice and clean. Stay. I'm just going to do a tiny mark here, like that. And then I'm going to turn it around and just check. Lost it already. Right there. Okie dokie. That's where I need it. Like that. Maybe I use one of these drill bits and I use that for the hole. That's a good idea. So if I drill it with this. Okay. It's not quite straight, is it? Does that matter? I don't think so. But it probably does. We are all go. So I've set this up. I've done a little video on the jig, which is pretty exciting. And now I think I'm ready just to do an outside run. I'll just get set up. Put a bit of rubber non-slip under that. Stop it sliding around. Let's see if this works. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, it's not the best. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Let's go. I'm going to put some safety glasses on for this one. What are you trying to take too much off? Ah, card's full. What do we need to delete then? Oh, I don't think I've got much that I can delete, is there? Oh, we're back online. So I'm just going to go around and keep gnawing away at this, I think. Why? I think I'm going the wrong way. But I just need to go real slow here. Oh, not that slow. Just gotta check that we're on and kicking goals. Got the safety gear on, the earmuffs, the peltor, the Festool safety glasses. Oh, we are kicking goals. Okay. That is amazing. That worked exactly the way I wanted it to. But that's it. Let's have a quick look at that. So you can see there we've got a bit of a lip. We're going to have to clean that up. Probably just sand that. Okay, we're just going to swap the bit onto this nice big bit that I got for doing the hand grooves, because you can fit your fingers in the groove like that. That looks good to me. Just check it was the same size. Yep, perfect. Don't even think you're recording, are you? Oh my golly. Oh, oh. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to put this in. So that that doesn't move. I need to push that in a little bit more, I think. There we go. I don't want it to sit up on the hose. Dust extractor. Okay. Whew. Scary. I think we're going to hog out all the material with the Forstner bit. That's what most people do. That's what we've got so far. Pretty cool. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. I'm just gonna cut off these corners and I'll get in a little bit closer with that dust extractor. Okay. It's looking a bit better. Come back over here. Okay, let's try that. Could have been a bit closer, but not much. Okay. We're gonna use this big flattening bit. Oh, that's crazy messy. I think open that.
3 miles behind me, many more to go. Got 3 days behind me, 4 men in a truck. Gotta keep moving before I run out of luck. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Didn't mean to do it. Didn't mean what I said. The man in the bank just messed with my head. He took too long loading my bag. He should have been forsaken. Now I feel so sad that he was taken. Rock, paper, scissors. Now I'm running for my life. It's the strangest thing, but I miss my wife. She's at home, probably watching TV. She didn't even know what was happening to me. Shots ring out, cut me down. All of a sudden I'm on the ground. Can't get up, the dogs are near. Can't move or even see clear. My run is over, my life is gone. Didn't mean to do it, didn't mean what I said. Too late now, but soon I'll be dead. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.